Hi, this is Greg with Easy Eats, and today we're in the forest, and I'm going to be showing you how to harvest sassafras leaves to make filet powder. Here I found a small grove of sassafras trees. To identify the sassafras leaves, they have a very distinctive three-lobed pattern on the younger leaves, and then the oldest leaves that came out first in the spring have no lobes, and some of them even have two lobes. Another sure way of identification is by the smell. It's a very floral kind of smell with some root beer smell to it. When you're harvesting them, always choose healthy looking plants with healthy looking leaves and only harvest about 3 leaves per stalk to give the plant time to recover and store before winter. To make the sassafras leaves into filet powder, you must first dehydrate them. If using a dehydrator, you have to arrange the sassafras leaves on a tray, the dehydrator tray. When packing the trays, it is okay to overlap, they'll all get dried. Turn your dehydrator onto 130 Fahrenheit or 54 Celsius. Place the sassafras leaves inside the dehydrator and let dehydrate for 8 to 12 hours. I usually just let it dehydrate overnight. If you don't have a dehydrator, harvest them in small branches and bundle them together with a string or a bread tie and let them dry in a dark, well-ventilated area for about a week or until crispy. After about 12 hours, check the sassafras leaves and see if they're crispy. Mine took about 12 hours because it is very humid out right now. It can take less if it's less humid where you are. Take the dried leaves, hold them by their stem part, and tear off the green. It should easily come off because it should be dry. Sassafras trees are indigenous to the deciduous forests of North America. Sassafras, along with tobacco, was one of the original exports in the 16th and 17th centuries out of the United States and Canada to Europe. Next, break the leaves into very small pieces. They should just crumble. And this is about good. For the final step, place the already partially ground sassafras leaves inside of a coffee grinder or mortar and pestle. I find that coffee grinders work much more efficiently. Then, after about 40 seconds, the sassafras powder should be well ground. Let the coffee grinder sit for a few seconds so that the dust all settles. Place the partially ground sassafras leaves inside the mortar and pestle. And grind for about a minute and a half. Once you're done with the mortar and pestle, about this texture, place into a small jar and store in the freezer for an indefinite amount of time. Do the same with the coffee grinder. Coffee grinder always gives more of a fine powder. And that's how you make filet powder. It's used in soups and stews, most notably gumbo, which it adds a wonderful flavor and it is a thickening agent.